Hey, you decided to come back. It's Nick Shell, the head honcho of hair loss. What will I do in this video? I'm going to stand in front of this mirror and also look in the selfie cam. We are going to really take a close look at where I'm at on the hair loss journey. So something often that isn't discussed enough as we talk about hair loss. See, so many people are like, oh wow, I've got a receding hairline, I know it's going back. But it's a whole different ball game once you start having diffuse thinning like I've got. And so what I want to do is just take a close look at that. I did recently get a new haircut as I'm growing out a buzz cut from about 2.5 months ago. So it's about 1 inch on top, and then it's faded down from basically a 3 down to a 1. And I've got another video about that. But in this video, I just really want to pay too much attention to signs of hair loss that we see. So I do want to start with my actual hairline. I have self-diagnosed myself with a Norwood 2.5, and I'm saying that because it comes down to a point here. It's not quite rounded that much here yet. So looking at it from more of a normal stance, this is what it's going to look like. But we also definitely have thinning. Once I just look at you like this, which is unnatural, I wouldn't talk to you that in real life, like, hey, how's it going? But I'm doing that to show that it appears it definitely is thinner on top, but especially right in here specifically. So I want to just show that. It's almost like it's parting on its own, but then I can just keep doing that like that. It's almost like, makes me think of a sandbox or something, and you're like running water through the stream. I've got no pomade on in this video, by the way. Okay, so I also want to turn around as well, and I'm doing this with some camera tricks here where I'm looking actually in the mirror here so that I can still see what I'm talking about to you. But I just want to show you kind of an aerial view of my thinning that we can see, that we at the same time can see what's going on there. So you can see the thinning on the crown. And this is, if I was standing this far away, I wanted to give you a good shot of this, because in most of my videos you're not seeing me from this angle unless I'm doing a video for this purpose. So there we go. And if I were standing like, see, I think it's so cool to give you different angles of me. You're used to seeing the same basic angles, and also different distances as well. You know, basically a dual screen right here. So there you go. I'm making this video ultimately for anyone out there. I think it's important on the hair loss journey that you're able to assess where you are. I think a lot of people, they find my channel and they overanalyze themselves. They'll leave a comment like, oh no, I'm only 16. Like, that's a popular comment that I get. And they assume that their hair loss is the same level of mine, or it's worse than it is. I make this video to truly help you try to decide that as far as how the hair loss goes. Wanted to give a close-up and some different angles of that. And with the diffuse level of my hair loss here, my personal opinion is once it's 1.5 inches on top, it's really not that big of a deal anymore. Or if I take it down to a 0 or 1 buzz cut all over, that's the sweet spot. Anything in between, which I'm still in, I'm not quite at as long as it really needs to be to cover this up. And you know, there's a difference too between being in hair loss denial and maybe having the comb over versus just having it long enough to suit the level of thinning and the receding hairline that you've got. I hope you find this video helpful. I am Nick Shell, and I am the head honcho of hair loss. Maybe you'll come back again sometime.